Welcome to Tush Twins, brought to you on malcolmpresents.com. And the Tush Twins, well, you do the intro, Max.
I will do the intro because we have to do the intro all the time.
Yes, because we have
I need to record it and drop it in. That's what I need to do. But it doesn't matter because it changes anyway, right?
Right.
It changes every time.
It changes every time. So I can say something out of order, like we could start with hello, move over Betty and Wilma and Ethel and Lucy. I could change the name, Shirley and Laverne. I can do all sorts of things. So here come the Tush Twins.
You're right.
We are the Tush Twins. And we have tales of friendship from Brooklyn and beyond. And we are
I have bunny tails.
Bunny tails. I have a bunny tail. I even have something that says Bunny Max on it somehow. I just don't know where it is.
I can picture you in that bunny outfit, Max.
Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe 30, 40 years ago. Sure. Now, not. Anyway, we are Maxine Faith and Paula Rose, aka Rusty, aka the Redhead. We bring you through our 60 plus years of friendship with some levity and lemony stuff, drama, joy, and unabashed love. From Brighton to Coney, New York to the burbs, and out to the whole wide world. We have been through it all, right? Absolutely. And we will take we'll take you through our journey.
And the best is yet to come.
Right. We know another 50 years at least. We know each other.
I hope your mouth to God's ears.
Sounds good to me. Or we'll wind up like Futurama on a heads on a desk, but we'll be next to each other. So that's what's going to happen. Or maybe Rick and Morty. Maybe Morty will get. Maybe Rick will get us there. But anyway. We are absolutely, speaking of Rick and Morty, we are joined through atomic particles, and we're joined at the Tush. So we hope you enjoy.
Not for the important questions. Do my glasses look like they're straight or they're crooked?
Yes, they do. They actually do look straight.
Oh,
do
okay.
They? Yeah. Look a little crooked to me, unless your head's crooked. I don't know.
His head's tilted.
You tilted your head. That's why it looks crooked.
I don't know.
You're on the beach. Which beach are you at?
Coney Island. Don't you recognize it?
Oh, sure. I know there's palm trees now.
I got the palm tree when I moved back from California to Brooklyn.
Oh, you did?
I
don't think you can.
Actually, I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook. Now, I don't know it's ready yet, but they show that new apartment house that's being built on the beach on 37th Street.
Oh, yeah? On the beach?
It's right off of the boardwalk between 37th and 35th Street, and it was built by the owners of not Gristiti, the other major market.
Is that Rockaway? But it's not.
No, Coney Island.
No, Coney.
Coney Island. Oh, Coney Island.
Right next to the Seagate.
Oh, boy.
They're gentrifying.
They're trying. I don't know how, because
they're going to have a whole complex of stores in it.
They should Disneyfy it. See, but that will definitely, I think, if they Disneyfy it, the charm and the grittiness will go away.
I want Alfred Tillieu ties it.
You want what?
Tillieu. What's his name? Alfred Tillieu. George Tillieu. I wanted
the
Tillieu
Theater.
I want it to be back the way it was.
If you look at pictures of
Steeplechase,
Coney,
let's do a steeplechase again.
If you look at pictures of Coney Island from the turn of the 1900 and into the 1920s and 30s,
it was a beautiful place.
They should replicate that, because that would be something special.
Ooh,
and bring that
elephant again.
Yeah, well,
the elephant. Oh, I love that elephant.
The elephant never forgets. Or does it? I don't know. But anyway.
At one time, Coney Island was a very upscale type of place. It had the nightclubs there. It had a racetrack there. It had a boxing arena there.
Well, they had a racetrack around the corner from where we live, because in the early 1900s or the late 1800s, because they had the posts of where the racetrack was right behind Heine's. I
Really?
remember that. Yeah. There used to
Wow.
be a racetrack there.
Oh,
Yes.
racetrack. Huh.
Yes, it was a racetrack in Brighton and through Coney Island.
A racetrack is very relevant to what we're talking about
I
today.
know.
Yes, it is. There
In
was a
fact-
racetrack, and Coney Island, does anyone know what it was used to be called before it was like gentrified in 1900?
Flophouse.
No, it was called Sodom by the Sea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've heard that.
Sodom by the Sea.
By the Sea,
Well,
great
Flophouse
book.
is close then.
Yeah.
So,
It was where Lincoln High School is now. That was all marshland, and you had to row across to get to it was an island. And
Yeah.
you would never go into there unless you were a crook, a pirate, or
yeah,
it was a very scary place.
scary.
Yeah,
Very scary
It's a scary
place.
place when I moved out of there.
Yeah, it's been not really.
It's had its moments, and right
It's had
now
its moments.
now it's little Odessa by the sea.
Well, that's
Uh,
Brighton Beach.
It's
Brighton
Ruski.
Beach.
Well, Coney isn't, but the last time I went to Coney, I wanted to go on my birthday, and it was in the summer of 2020, and everything was closed.
What was it,
Mhm.
1920?
1920. Sure.
2020.
Yeah, I went back to the
It was-
future.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, but we did do some riding there on the
Yes, we did.
merry-go-round.
Yes, we did. And we got the gold rings and the silver rings.
Right, and we.
Yeah,
and
I
we kept-
remember. I remember when they had a horse track on Ocean Parkway.
they
That
also
was
had-
part of the track. That was the one that went through Brighton. That was the track.
Yeah, it went from Prospect Park all the way down to Coney Island to Surf Avenue.
No, it still is a track there. There's a bridle
Was it-
path.
Was
They
it
called
it
there was
the
a
bridle
bridle?
path.
There was a
The
bridle
bridle
path.
path. It's
And
still there.
the mounted division in Brooklyn of the NY, PD was where Grady High School is. That area.
Mhm.
There was a mounted. There was a horse, mounted police division there. So they would bring the
Yeah.
horses on the bridle path. Right
We used to
near
see them
us.
all the time as a kid.
Yeah,
Hay. Hay is for horses. I would smell the horse crap
Yeah, you smell
and the
the crap.
hay. Yeah. It was quite
The
an
hay.
odor in the summertime, I'll tell you.
Well,
But-
But we loved horses. We went horseback riding as kids,
We
We were,
did.
at least I was poor and but back then it was $5 an hour to go on a trail in Garrison Beach, and our stables called Carroll Stables.
Right.
$5 an hour was a lot of money.
Yes,
Right.
it was. I saved up my babysitting money.
But we would go
We do
and
it like
yeah.
once a month, once
And-
every couple of weeks.
we would like to be on the horses, and it was fun and it was different, and we felt, hey, look,
Hey.
we're on
Hey.
we're on a horse.
Now,
You know,
well,
Yeah.
I missed out on the steeplechase part of Coney Island, the horse
was
ride.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was gone before we were born.
Right, and the closest thing to that is in Westchester now, and
really?
it's just and Playland Park in Westchester.
Oh, yes, I've been to Playland Park.
They
I
have
remember
this.
the first time I was on horseback.
Come on over.
I remember the first time I was on a horseback. I was about 16, 17. I went with a group of kids from school or from my neighborhood. And we went to Prospect Park.
Right.
And I didn't know how to ride a horse. I knew that you say giddy up and whoa. And I didn't realize that
Giddy up
horses.
and whoa.
Yeah, never realized that horses were pack animals.
Right, they
That
follow.
whatever the leader did, they would do.
They follow the butt.
That
Right.
did.
And you could say whoa all you want. They wouldn't whoa. And I
No,
couldn't
they
find-
they
couldn't
they
find where
had
the
to.
break was.
I say whoa.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
I
But I
say-
couldn't
Oh, I
find
used
where the
to
break was.
love
I
it.
kept
We used
on-
to go horseback riding there.
right. We also went on.
Where
We
else
went,
did-
trips, dude ranch trips.
We went to a few of them, Rocking Horse,
We
a couple
went-
of other ones. We went with
Yeah.
school trips and
Right,
with our
they were-
parents.
Yeah, you would ride the horse, and then everyone would find a room, and there'd be makeout parties.
With the horse?
I remember. I wasn't in there making out, but
Oh,
you know,
sure.
hey,
Right.
Not
yeah,
me.
we didn't
only
do
looked.
we didn't do the making out. You know,
I
Sure.
wasn't,
we had
Yeah,
other
not me.
Hey,
friends.
guys, that's not what I heard.
Well,
I
you
wish
might
it
have
was
heard
back
different
then.
things, but it wasn't at the Dude Ranch.
And they were saying that,
Yeah.
are you talking about the Tush Twins? Go in the bathroom and look at the walls.
Right. Well, you know, we didn't.
No,
But
no.
we had fun. We actually liked horseback riding, so we went for
I-
to get on the horses. It was, you know, trips that you would get you out of Brooklyn. It would get you upstate New York. It would get you to a different environment. But it had its pros and cons, that's for sure. But we seemed to enjoy it anyway, despite the fact that
Did
there
you
was
ever ride
clips.
in Central Park?
Is there? I don't think there is. There is riding
No,
in.
there's not anymore. There was at one time in Central Park, but we never went. It was much too expensive for us.
I
No,
don't
'cause
think
We
there
used to
is
go there
now.
and I've been in Phil.
They
not
have Van
anymore.
Cortlandt
At least I
Park
don't
now.
think there is. I know
I used to
in
live
Cortland
on,
Park, and they also had in Philadelphia. I used to go riding in Philly.
You can still ride in Van Cortlandt Park. A matter of fact, if you take a certain road, when you're going into the city, you can see the stables and the riding. And up here in Westchester, where I am in northern Westchester, there's a lot of there's different stables, especially in North Salem, and it's beautiful. You know, you go,
Like
you look
me
at
too.
you're driving, right? You have a lot up there too. You're driving and you see signs, you know, horseback riders,
God.
you know, right? It's pretty. It's
I
pretty.
could go walk there from here.
Right, right. So it's pretty cool.
well, I used to live on 90th Street in Central Park West. And 90th Street is where the horses came
Oh, yeah.
down the street to go, that the entrance to the bridle path. And I like in the morning, and people who didn't know how to ride a horse, you see them, the horse would come up to Central Park West and stop.
Yeah.
And the rider would
It's-
go, go, go. And the horse didn't want to go.
Well,
And you see them trying to force a horse for like 5-10 minutes. And then all of a sudden the horse just turns around in Central Park West and heads back to the stable.
you can't force a
Stables,
horse.
yep.
You can't force a horse, Wilbur.
Where's a
You know,
horse?
You can't force a
Wilbur.
horse, of
Well,
course.
we were
Mr.
taught
Ed?
to ride over at the Carroll's. Yeah, we were taught at Carroll Stables how to ride
Mhm.
Western. And we were pretty good because we went quite a bit. And we were lucky. Carroll Stables was cheap. Well, there's Bergen Stables, there's Jamaica Stables.
Carol was
But
cheap.
Carroll's was the cheapest. And
Then on Carroll Street,
I don't know where it was.
no, it was on
We'd have to get-
Garrison
Our parents
Avenue,
would have to
right
drive
down,
us. We had no
right
other
straight
way.
by the water.
Right.
Mhm.
There's no other way to really get there.
No, we
to tell
took
you
the
truth.
bus occasionally. We took the
Sometimes there
bus.
was a
We
bus.
took the
but-
Avenue bus
but
and
it-
walked.
Yeah, that's true. We took buses at young ages.
We took
I
the
don't know
bus a
how.
lot.
I don't know how we were allowed to even
Yes,
do
we
that.
did.
If
Well,
could you
well-
imagine telling your 10-year-old go take a bus to Carroll Gardens? You know,
yeah, well,
No.
buses were safe because there was a driver there that took care of you. But he became the babysitter.
that's- in a way,
But
I
I went on a
guess.
train myself. By the time I was 10 years old, I was in the subways myself.
Trains
I
were
didn't.
different.
I don't
I
ever remember
was,
taking the
I
train
took the
that young.
bus.
I don't. I remember
do.
buses, but I don't remember taking the train that young.
But would you
I-
take a train now?
Well,
No,
you know, at this point, if I had to, I would, but right now I don't have to, so I'm not. So-
Where was it? New York?
I don't think I'd get on the subway right now. I'd walk. I prefer to walk.
We
Was it
walked
take a
everywhere in the
horse.
city. Yeah.
Was it in New York
Mhm.
that this homeless woman doused a rider with some sort of fluid and set him afire?
Oh,
Uh,
God, hope.
when-
I
when-
didn't hear
Was
Happened
that
someplace, I
recent?
think, New York.
When?
Last week.
Back.
I didn't
fun.
hear it.
I don't know. It must have been on. I
think
avoid
it
news
could
like
have
the
been in LA.
plague. Well, they need to clean it up. The cops aren't doing anything, so they just don't do anything. They look the other way. I don't know what the deal is. I know Adams is his ratings are going down the toilet. So,
We have a
Well, the
district.
cops are afraid to do anything because if they do something, they're gonna get accused of abuse. There are very good cops. There's only 1% that are bad, and because of those bad freaking cops, the others are afraid to do anything.
well, then why do we have a police force?
We have a DA here, Gascon,
Yeah, I know.
that they're trying to, not impeach her, they're trying to recall.
Of course. Well,
Because
I think
Oh.
that the DA that's in New York, in Manhattan, who's letting the one who shall not be named go, is a travesty. And now a judge just
I
let
don't want to just,
something happened again. Anyway, but
I don't
so
want to discuss that.
we also went horseback riding, and the last time I really went full out horseback riding was in Palm Springs. Because
Yes,
they would just let you, I know
Just
what
ride
was,
the desert.
I know who you were with then, but we had a
Mhm.
good time. We had a good time riding because you go there and they would give you the horse and you'd say, they go ride there, ride there. Don't, you have to go if you're on Morongo Indian territory with the guy with the shotgun, like in
right.
Blazing
Just
Saddles,
avoid that.
either avoid it or pay the dime, whatever, or
Yes,
pay the dollar,
I
whatever it
remember.
was. It was just because if you didn't, and it literally had a thing that opened up, it was hysterical.
Yeah,
And that's where Mel
that
Brooks had to
was
get.
great.
That's well, I would go, I went there a lot when Phil had the condo there, and
Rancho Mirage.
we would go a lot, and they would let us take those horses out. Not anymore. Now
Now,
you have to sign waivers and this and this and this and this. But we
you gotta
were
wear helmets.
we were full blast riding. I mean,
Riding.
major gallops. It was intense and it was so much fun. And then you'd go to this place where they had great massages afterwards. And
Yeah,
it was
I
awesome.
assume you guys knew how to post.
Yes,
Yes.
and canter.
Yes. We know how to do
I
it
just
all.
remember the first time on the Dude Ranch when we were kids, we were at the school this time. Of course, we got into trouble. We had, what was the song? Happy Together?
Trouble. Imagine me and you.
And
Oh yeah, we got in
you-
trouble for that.
We
at the
had,
Dude
yeah, we got in
Ranch.
trouble because
Somehow,
we disappeared. I don't know what we did, but I just remember getting yelled at.
We got yelled at because while everyone was making out, we just walked away.
Oh, yeah.
So, because we
Right.
walked into a room and all you heard was like
It was, "Mm."
groans and like, stop feeling me up. That I heard that line.
Yes.
I don't know what it was.
We just
said
walked
that.
off property. I
So then
think.
we walked. I don't know. We just walked away from the main building. I don't think we walked.
And they didn't know where we were.
So they couldn't find us because we were
They're
like,
still virgins until to this day, right?
Oh, but Maxine, do you
Absolutely.
remember turning on the shower to let the steam? It was cool that day, and we let the steam out and we yelled fire.
no, I never remember doing
Do you
that.
remember that? Yeah, we just
No.
opened the window and let the steam. Yes, I'll never forget that.
I think you did that. I didn't do that. I was a good
I did it.
girl. You're
Um,
insane. No, I did not do that. I did not.
But
I
do that.
did.
Speaking of horses, did you guys see the Kentucky Derby last week?
Absolutely.
did.
We watched, when the horses were, they were listing them and I saw the 80 something to 1. And I
And
said-
usually I bet on that.
Les said, we should bet on it. I was like, I don't have a bookie. Oh, well, you can go to the FanDuel, whatever it is. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go start,
Nah.
but for $100 bet, you could have gotten some cash on that.
80,000.
I mean, holy crap. That was
Mhm.
intense. The horse was it Rich Strike?
Strike Rich, strike.
Rich-
Strike
Rich-
rich, strike it rich, strike it rich.
No,
It was a beautiful.
Wasn't it?
Rich Strike, I think was
Rich
the name of the
Strike.
horse. Rich
Yeah.
Strike, and he was the one horse scratched. So that horse came in on Friday,
Friday.
literally the day before. But the thing was,
I am so happy you won.
they showed drone footage of the race,
Yeah.
and when you look at what that jockey did, he was brilliant. The way he guided that horse from
Mhm.
he was in the back, he moved in toward the middle. He sees an opening on the rail and he goes to the rail. The two horses in the lead are forging ahead. And all of a sudden, this horse bursts out the energy of this horse was unreal.
It was
And
amazing.
He just flew past those two guys. And I said, Rich Strike, that's 80-1. Like, why are you kidding? And it was lovely to see the winners, and you know, the winner and his the father was, you know, crying, and they brought out
tears.
the jockey
Oh,
and
but
his
that
wife
horse
and
was
his
a
baby.
nasty horse. Did you see the horse
was
biting
bad.
the
It was
other
trying to
horse?
bite
Oh
some
my
horse.
God, trying to bite the
That'd be
guy,
you.
trying to bite everything. It's
That's
reminds me of
you.
me. I used to bite everyone.
But the horse, the owner picked up.
What an a-hole. He used to bite
He
people.
picked up that horse.
Who bites people?
I
That
used
horse
to
is
bite.
yours. That horse is you.
That was I love that horse because it was biting people. And then
Yeah,
he
you sent me a
turns around and
text
goes,
of biting
"It's you."
people. And it was like,
I
that's
loved
you.
it.
And then she goes, it's
You
me.
still have the muzzle they put on you?
Oh, they should keep it on me at all times. I used to bite my brother when my tooth was loose, and he would run if I had a tooth loose because I'd bite him and it would come out.
Oh man, poor Ronnie.
They're good to
Gee.
go there. But you know, when I see the races, I always gain admiration for the jockeys. Here's this guy that's about
they're
5'1",
amazing.
5'2", 5'3" at most,
I
maybe weighing 120 pounds. He is riding
He's an athlete.
2,000-pound animal,
mhm.
and he generally
Mhm.
doesn't sit down.
Nope.
He's generally
They're up for the most part, and
he's
the
generally
jockey was
standing up with his
wow.
body over the horse's head and controlling him with his arms.
Yep.
I know.
That's what he did. You could see it in
And that's
the
it.
tape. It was this jockey. It was beautiful to see him and his wife and his daughter, the smile on his
Mhm.
face. And it was just it was a story. That was a David and Goliath story. It was.
I hope he wins the Triple Crown.
Yeah, me too. That would be really cool.
But that's only 2 weeks away.
I know.
That's a
I'm
fast
hoping
turnaround.
he wins the Triple Crown. I would be amazed if he wins next time in Baltimore.
Yeah. So the Preakness. So does the TV networks. Hope he wins.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Because then
God.
you have the thing for the Belmont.
Belmont, then it's going to be one of the highest ratings.
But the
Because
bet was
this
the
still-
Belmont a mile and a half, and that's a long one.
Yeah, it's the longest one, and it's 3 weeks after.
Wow.
It's-
I hate to say this, but this jockey's in a bit of trouble.
Why?
There's a news story that Rich Strike's jockey is serving a suspension.
Whoa.
For what?
I was looking at it, and I'm like, I was trying to. I don't know what
It's
the
Venezuela?
issue is. Yeah, it's from Venezuela.
Well,
I'm not
Okay,
going to read the
let's see how
whole
good you
thing.
guys are. Remember the guy who's the voice of the track at Aqueduct and Belmont?
No, don't remember that.
Al Capricella.
Uh,
oh
And
yeah.
he used to say,
I only went
Frank
to
Capricella.
I went to the Belmont with my Uncle Sonny. My Uncle Sonny, he was amazing, and he was a bettor. He bet on all the horses.
Yes,
And
he
speaking
did.
of, he was a horse. He was at the track. He loved it. It was a joy that he had to watch the ponies run. He took me when I was a kid, and then he took me in Florida to Pompano, and which is the Trotters, and the Trotters are on Yonkers too. So we used to go to Yonkers. Because
Yes,
then we
you
would go to
did.
Nathan's. No, you
Yeah, we
came
go to
too.
Nathan's. Yes,
And
I've been there
right,
once to Yonkers. I've been to Belmont for the Belmont race.
Mhm.
I've been to the racetrack up by Allen's in Lake Canandaigua a couple times with him.
And also the where was the other track in New Jersey at the Meadowlands? We were supposed to go to the track
Yeah,
for your
but-
birthday once, but it
Oh, yeah.
snowed. It
We
snowed.
were supposed to go my 40th birthday. It was supposed to be for the Trotters. And I
Right.
had reservations for Pegasus, the big
For the
restaurant there.
nice restaurant.
Yeah, Dennis was taking everyone out, and we call, it's snowing. It's it is so, it's like a blizzard. We got like 30 something inches that day. He calls and says, I need to cancel. He goes, well, you're gonna lose your deposit. He goes, what do you mean? It's snowing. He goes, let me speak to your manager. Well, he couldn't get in because of the snow.
Uh-huh. Well, they're a bunch of
So
idiots.
we didn't lose, they closed the track down.
So
We went the
so-
following year.
Anyway, to finish my story about Fred Capricella, he's the
Mhm.
one that had, and the crowd is getting closer to the rail. And that can mean only one thing. It is now post time. That was just before the race, and he was famous for that line.
That's cool. That's so
It is now
cool.
post.
That is so good.
Okay, I have a question for you, Redhead. First horse
Yeah.
we ever bet on in OTB.
Bye Skipper, and
That's
he won
right.
by a
It was
nose.
bye Skipper by a nose. We were old enough. There was an OTB on Brighton Beach Avenue
Beach
that opened.
Avenue. My mom,
We were just
three of us.
18, right? And we went. No, I don't think your mom was even there because
yeah, she was there with us. She went in with us
did
because she had to
But
be
we-
21. She had to
No.
be 21. Was it
18. No,
18?
the
Wow.
reason we went, we were back then. It was 18. You could, I think, still it
Ah.
is 18. You can't drink.
No, it's 21 now.
You were able to
Used
drink at
to.
18. You were able to bet a
Yes.
horse at 18, and
Yeah.
we were just, I just had, whenever it was, I was 18, pretty,
You just turned
close to
18.
that, and we were able to bet on a horse. And we said, let's go in and bet on a horse, and we bet on Bye Skipper, and
Bye Bye
Bye
Skipper.
Skipper won.
Anyway, Skipper
Bye
won
Bye
by a
Skipper
nose.
by a nose. I
And
don't
we
know
won how
did-
much bucks?
Like,
$12?
I don't know, something like that. We won like 12
Twen-
bucks, $6 each.
I'll tell you, I started betting on horses before OTB, and you bet with a bookie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
had bookies.
And
Yeah,
That's, you know, all my the bookie
Oh,
friends.
yeah, I know your friend.
And I had a friend that had cleaning stores on Jamaica Avenue, and there was one summer where I wasn't working. So I said, why don't you take care? It was a drop store, so it's very quiet. So he would take me, he would drive me to work. I go into the store, I buy the Daily Telly, the Telegram.
Yes, I
And-
remember the
And
telegram.
it had all the horses, and it had
Mhm.
I mean, it told the history. It says, who the sire was, who the mare was.
Oh, yeah, they still do that.
Yeah, their times and race.
What
and
color they are.
And I would sit down in the morning and handicap all the races because it was boring shop.
Wow.
I would handicap all the races. I bet 5 and 5 on each, on 5 to win, 5 to place on the one for all 9 races. So I bet like about $90 a day. The bookie would come in. I told him my bets. And then at that time, WNEW radio with Julia
Okay.
Rosa was a DJ.
Oh, my God, I remember.
Who?
Julia DeRosa.
Oh, okay.
And
I
they would,
remember.
and during the race, they'd break in every day to either Belmont or to Aqueduct to do the results of the
Mhm.
races. And they gave the results and how much, and I used to sit down, and the next day the bookie would come in, give me money or say, it's too bad, Malcolm. But generally I broke out even. But that was.
What did you have to, what was your vig? What was the vig?
I think it's like $5.50 for 50 cents or something, 10%.
10% still is.
Because
At least to the bookies.
I
Wow,
used to do
it's a
that
nice
to
amount.
basketball games and used to bet basketball and football.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dennis
but-
bet a football game. He fell asleep. He called his bookie and he said, I'm putting a dime on this game. I said, Dennis, don't do that. He goes, I'm gonna win. I don't care. He falls asleep. He wakes up. I go, you bet a dime. He goes, I did not. I said, yes, you did. He bet in his sleep. It's like talking in his sleep. He called the bookie. That's $10,000. He lost.
Oh, crap. That's not
And to
good.
this day, you have not let him forget that.
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
to this day, I don't. But you know what? Back then he was working and
And he had the money.
he had the money. Still, but he had the money back then. So he paid the
No,
bookie
you
plus the
wouldn't.
big.
But
Today, I'd kill him.
My mom would
Yeah,
say,
horses-
make a mind bet.
I liked horses much better than football or basketball. In football and basketball, you had to wait to the last, 2 minutes to find out whether they would cover the spread or not. You would go to
Mhm.
watching New York Giants. I remember when I was in New York, and they'd be leading by 2 points with a minute left, and they would have
Right.
the ball, and of course they just run the clock out, and everybody in the stadium would be
Field
field goal, field goal, field
Field
goal.
goal.
Right.
And
Yeah, I know.
and the people and the broadcasters would play dumb. Why are they yelling field goal?
Right.
to cover the
It's
spread.
called the
Covering the
spread.
spread.
Same
I-
thing with I remember 1969 Knicks, the New York Knicks.
Mhm.
And they
You
would
mean
be
the last
ahead
time they
in
almost, when did they win? 69, 73, and that was the
73,
last
I think.
time.
But
Yeah, that was it.
they had they'd be ahead 25 points at the third period. Really good team, a really great team. But then they put in all their subs. And by the time the last 2 minutes, there was a point or two that they either would cover the spread or not cover the spread. And your heart's beating.
I can't do that. I don't like that. Nope. No,
I
sir.
love betting. I love it. I take after my mother.
I don't know. Yep.
But
Marcia,
I could I love gambling.
she liked gambling. She liked,
I play poker. I play poker online. I love poker. I could go to a casino and sit there for hours at a blackjack table or play poker.
Yeah, well, I used to I was
Not
never a
me.
big gambler, but I used to like going to Vegas when they had $2 tables.
Oh my God, they used to have $2 tables
Yeah,
and
for-
$5 was the
for
last
blackjack. Yeah,
cheap
$5
one
was
about
okay
20 years
also.
ago.
But now,
25 years ago.
because I
what is
used
it
to,
now? What is it now?
it's $10, $20.
$10, 10, 15 during the day. And at nighttime, the cheapest one is 25 to whatever.
And I used to go to
So
the
it's-
table and when they give you free booze and
Mhm.
I play, if you have 16, you hit, if you have 17, you stick, the way they play it. And I sit at the table, then like about 2 o'clock in the morning, I couldn't even see the cards. So I would ask the dealer, what do I have? What
Oh
should
my
I?
God. Oh, man.
They help you, but my favorite thing is, if you get a 16, they tell you all the time stay with one thing. Either you hit or you stay. If you hit all the time on 16. If you stay, you always stay. So when I get a 16, people get pissed at me. I never touch a card. I stay and I usually win.
Well, it depends on what the dealer has showing. If the
Well,
dealer
yeah, of course.
has a 10, you can hit. If the dealer has a 5, you don't hit because he's going to have to hit. Anyway, guys.
Wow, this has been we teach people things on this show.
Right,
We
how to
teach you
gamble.
we teach you how to gamble and
Next time I'll teach you to play craps. I'm a
oh.
good crap player.
Oh, you're full of crap
I
too.
get confused by the.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. I'm going to the bathroom. Bye.
Make a deposit. Make a deposit. Okay.
Anyway,
All right,
Max,
well-
take us out.
Well, you have been listening to the Tush Twins, and because we are the Tush Twins, there's no other Tush Twins like us.
Tush Twins.
Find us at malcolmpresents.com, and we're gonna look and find out if we can get this turned into a podcast, because I think it would be a pisser. So there you go.
Please, everyone like us.
I
Please
wanna-
like me.
I want to sell this to one of the major broadcasters for streaming on television.
Really?
Stream along with me. I'm on my way to a bar.
Finishing the podcast. Hold on.
See you next
Say
week.
hi to Angela. Everyone
Who?
say hi to Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Hi.
How are you?
Hola.
Hola. She's
Hola.
you're now on our YouTube show, Angela.
Yeah,
Say
I
hi.
By millions of
Hola,
people.
my friend.
Hola.
Hold on, Angela.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Sayonara.
Shalom, shalom, and I will
Ta-ta.
talk to you all next
Next
week.
See you all
Bye.
next week. Same time, same channel. Ciao.
Same bat channel.
Same bat channel.